So today we have 11 from Stranger Things taking on Brandon Breyer from the movie Brightburn. Who wins? Well, let's find out. So, Jane L. Hopper, also known as 11, has psychokinetic abilities by inheritance of her mother and was further enhanced by experimentation with exposure to hallucinogenic drugs. She has many psionic abilities, but telekinesis is by far her trademark move, especially in combat. She's able to manipulate objects, people, and creatures with her mind or with her hands. When her powers are amplified by her emotions, she's able to lift and throw large and heavy objects with a ton of force. She was able to lift and throw a van, throw and kill two demi-dogs, which are superhumanly durable, and pull a large train cart, which can weigh several tons. She's even able to manipulate people's internal organs, being able to crush the brains of several agents simultaneously. She can even levitate herself. She also has the ability of ESP, meaning she can gain information directly through her mind rather than her physical senses. She also has biokinesis, as for when she disintegrated the Demigorgon. She also has telepathy and technopathy to an extent. Her powers are also somewhat linked to her emotions, especially anger and fear, as she had a psychic tantrum during an argument with Hopper that destroyed all the glass windows and sent everything in the room flying. But after some training and exercising with her powers, she's now able to harness her anger, granting her much more control. Also, if she uses her powers for an extended amount of time, it does put a strain on her body, but she's so accustomed to it that she normally only suffers from minor nosebleeds, and it doesn't bother her very much at all as well. And in the other corner, we have Brandon Breyer, aka Brightburn. He is an alien that crash landed on Earth as a baby and was adopted by the loving Breyer family and was given the name Brandon. He grew up like a normal kid and was told he was adopted normally. But once he hit puberty, he developed superhuman powers, and when he found out about the truth, he became a psychopathic murderer and adopted the name Brightburn. He's strong enough to casually throw a push mower well over 100 meters, easily lift a truck into the air, and casually rip off a large metal freezer door off its hinges. He also has 9 vulnerability, and is possibly completely immune to damage altogether. As for when he was shot in the back of the head with a high-powered hunting rifle, the bullet didn't even pierce his skin. And he actually didn't even feel any sort of physical pain throughout the movie. And that shot only just pissed him off as well. He has the ability to fly, and he can fly and move at superhuman speeds, appearing as a blur. His strength and speed allowed him to literally disintegrate a cop with one punch. He can also levitate, which allows him to stalk his next victim. He can also fire highly intense and concentrated fiery beams from his eyes, capable of burning through metal and to blast through his dad's skull. And finally, he is a psychopath. He has zero remorse for his victims, including his own adopted parents as well. So, to spice up this fight, let's say Brandon killed one of Eleven's friends beforehand. This way, Eleven is extremely emotional and at the height of her powers. Because if she just walked into this fight, there's no way she can win. No way, because all he has to do is fly ahead of her at superhuman speeds and hit her one time, and she's done. I mean, that's what he did to that cop, a grown man in a bulletproof vest, and he literally combusted upon impact. So, now 11 has a chance due to being very emotional. So, obviously, Brandon is physically superior in every way and by a large margin. No debate there. But I think the most important question is, can 11 hurt Brandon? Because as we saw in his movie, he never really felt physical pain, not even being shot in the back of the head with a high-powered hunting rifle. But 11 was able to send the demi-dogs flying and killing them, lift and toss a van several feet, pull a train cart which weighs several tons, and even destroy people's internal organs. That last feat could be detrimental for Brandon, because for all we know, he could be like Luke Cage, where his skin is basically indestructible, but his internal organs aren't. But she usually doesn't do that, and she'll probably won't to make him pay. He wants to hurt him, get revenge and stuff. She could possibly even stop his heat vision with her telekinesis as well. But since it's unlikely for her to try and destroy his internal organs, all she can do is throw him around or throw large and heavy objects at him, which he's more than tough enough to take and fast enough to dodge any thrown object. Now, can she disintegrate Brandon like she did the Demogorgon with her biokinesis? Well, maybe, but not likely, because he's much more durable than the Demogorgon. It's also unlikely for her to do this as well. He's also just much more brutal than 11, but he also likes to stalk his victims, and if he does this with 11, it will only increase her emotional state, making her more powerful. So, who wins? Well, it has to be Brandon. All he has to do is hit her once, and the fight is over. And with his speed and flight, there's no way she is fast enough to react to him. He also has shown that he doesn't care to end a fight right from the start like he did with that cop in his movie. And even if he did prolong the fight, 11 can't really hurt him. He's just too strong, too fast, and too durable for her. Brightburn wins. Like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below, and please hit the notification bell and all that great stuff. Peace.